I'm definitely excited for this game to be released. I am going to be playing it day one, maybe not on the PlayStation 5, but on the PlayStation 4. And I think it's going to get a PC release. I think it's going to be on the Epic Store. So maybe I'll just play it on PC. I'm really debating on if my PC will even be able to handle like the highest max quality graphics on PC, if I should just play it on PlayStation where I don't even have to worry about messing with any sliders and stuff like that, because I have a really outdated gaming PC, which works pretty well for the games that I play. Not well, but it works okay, right? Like I've been trying to get a GPU for a long while, and I mean, they usually sell out. People resell them for like double the price. And it's been like that for years, and I've never been able to buy one ever since that I got my 960 GPU. So yes, I'm stuck with the 960 until like one day I'm able to actually, I guess, cough up the price of a double the price, like 1080 Ti or something, or 2080 or whatever. That's even if they're in stock, because a lot of these things go like out of stock fast. But anyways, besides the point, it's kind of, it has to do with the point, right? Because I don't know if like my PC will be able to handle this. Any game that's a story game. I don't really play single player games on my PC because of the GPU that I have. So usually this is where consoles come into play. Consoles are always readily available, and they can run pretty much every game, right? Because they're made for consoles at like the highest quality, except the downside is that you don't get like the best FPS like you would on PC. So there are some down trades, but there's also some upsides. But anyways, this game, like, it's honestly rare when when a game shows their cinematic trailer and you know damn well that the game's not going to look anything like the trailer. I feel this game, literally the gameplay is their trailer. Like, the game is literally looking like this. They're playing this game and it just looks amazing, right? The way the art style is, the animations, the voice acting, the music. It reminds me of like Horizon Zero Dawn, Breath of the Wild, or in the Blind Forest, like all of them combined into one game. You know, like the way that you fight bosses, like just everything in general about this game looks really amazing. Like the concept of it, all the designs of like the enemies, the mobs, the monsters, the character designs, the background designs, so just everything in general, like the way the animations work whenever you're fighting bosses and stuff like that. Like, I think this is going to be a top tier game. I don't even know if it's going to be, I don't think it's even a triple A title game. Maybe it is. Maybe it's going to be like 60, 70 bucks, whatever. I'm willing to pay that. This is definitely a game that I'm going to be playing. I don't know if I looped it. Okay, I did. But this is definitely a game that I'm going to be playing. I don't think I'm going to cough up the price to get a PlayStation 5. I don't have like the extra funds to just throw at that. If I was, I'd rather just get a GPU that was available for like 500 bucks maybe. But you know how hard that is to get a GPU. But yeah, it basically reminds me like a Pixar movie, right? It's like they animate, like just the way things are drawn just reminds me of Pixar for some reason. So I'm hoping like everything, if this game looks good, right? The only thing that I'm hoping is it's a little bit challenging, so you know people don't just beat it like right away. You know, it kind of has like sort of Dark Souls vibes, right? And even if it was a little bit easy, it doesn't really matter too much. Like, but still, it's always good to have the challenge. Maybe they're going to have like difficulty selections, or maybe they're not. I don't know. Like, Dark Souls is different than compared to like Breath of the Wild. And, you know, one is a little bit harder than the other, but still, it's like they're both phenomenal games. But I'm just really hoping that, I don't know, I'm really hoping that it's a little bit challenging, right? Like the boss fights and stuff like that. Another thing, I don't think like the graphics and the way the game plays is going to be a problem. Like, I'm pretty sure it's going to be satisfying when you beat a boss, hopefully, and stuff like that. At least the animations and the way that you control stuff seems that it's going to be very fluid. But the only thing that I'm worried about, and I'm judging from the trailer, I think it's going to be fine. But we don't know too much about the story. I'm really hoping that it has a good story that makes you just immerse into this universe. And I just hope it's not short. I don't know if they've released any like, or I don't know if they've said anything of how long the game is going to be, but I hope it's not like a 4-hour game or something, right? Like, you usually like these type of games tend to be I don't think there's like a particular number. Like if you look at Breath of the Wild, it was a pretty long game, right? Like obviously if you just focus on the main story, it was pretty like short, I guess. But it's not, it depends how good you are too, and you know, the speedrunners and stuff like that. But besides like that point, it's still a pretty decent, like, long game. You get your money's worth, and there's a lot of side missions and stuff that you can complete. I'm hoping that this game has a very long story, not too long to where it's like 50, 60 hours. Although I don't think anyone would complain if it was that long, but that'd be super crazy if it was that long, right? Like at least give me 8 hours or more, right? Nothing less. I'd be kind of upset, but it depends what the price is going to be for the game as well, right? But other than that, I guess as long as it's a good story, I'm fine with. Like the whole universe that they set up for this looks phenomenal. And, you know, I just can't stop giving it enough praise, and the game's not even out. For all we know, it can be complete garbage upon release. And like I'm over here saying that this looks like it's going to be one of the best games that's going to be releasing at least this year. Like look how adorable this looks right here. Look how amazing this looks. And obviously it doesn't do it justice me recording over a video that's on YouTube that's already uploaded and compressed. So obviously it's going to look way better whenever you have it in your hands and you're playing it on your OLED TV or on your 4K monitor, 1440p. Well, whatever. I know a lot of you have like beefy PCs and good monitors to go with that, or you're going to be like me, you know, playing on 1080p with, you know, 60 FPS probably if you play it on PC and you have bad specs like me, or you can just play it on PlayStation, which I'm hoping that it at least has, like on PlayStation 4, it has 60 FPS, because I'd rather just play it there anyways. If I'm going to have 60 FPS, but like shittier graphics on my PC, and I'm going to have 60 FPS on PlayStation 4, but better graphics, then I'd rather just play on my PlayStation. Like, obviously, the pros about PC is that you can change the way things look and stuff like that, but I want the game, like story games like this, I want them to be like the highest quality possible that I can do, to be immersed into like the gameplay. But if my PC lags and I'm only, like, say even if I can run like full quality and I'm only getting 30 FPS, that's not really going to be enjoyable. And if I can get 60 FPS on PlayStation and the game can look better than on my PC, then I'd rather just play it on PlayStation. So we'll see what's going to happen. I'm kind of scared to even purchase it on PC, like to pre-order it, because there's like no demo. Maybe they'll release a demo or something, and at least at the time that I'm making this video, there's no demo, but maybe they'll, I don't know, it's just like recommended specs, right? But you know how recommended specs go. It's like you have the minimal specs, then you have the recommended specs, and you end up buying a game and you're like, oh, I thought it doesn't say how many FPS I'm going to get if I have these recommended specs or this minimal specs. So I'm just kind of afraid to like pre-order it, and it ends up running like dog shit on my PC. So, which is why I haven't pre-ordered it yet. Maybe I'll just wait till the PlayStation, and I'm gonna have to reconnect it because I haven't used it in a while. But yeah, let me know your thoughts down below, what you think about the trailer of this game. If you're excited for this, if you're not excited for this, what do you like more about like what they've shown in this trailer? Are you going to be getting it on PlayStation, PS4, PS5, or are you going to be getting it on PC if you have a beefy PC? Let me know down in the comments below. But yeah, that's just wanted to give my overall thoughts about what I think about this upcoming game. So anyways, yeah, until next time, take care.